big fight week here in Las Vegas, UFC 213. Another big middleweight fight coming up, Yoel Romero and Robert Whittaker for the interim title. How do you see that fight going?
I'm very much looking forward to that fight. I mean, it's in one of my divisions, and you know, I've trained with Robert Whittaker up in Montreal, and I remember promoting the fight, the 205 fight with Romero. So I know both guys kind of well, but I'm going to give the stand-up advantage to Robert Whittaker. You know, I feel like he's the more precise and the more technical fighter. While on the other hand, we got the wrestler brawler in Yoel Romero. But I mean, one shot from him can put you away, as we've seen.
Yeah. So would you go with Yoel or Robert? It's hard, right? It's
hard. It's hard. It's a toss-up because they both have the ability to beat each other. It's just about who makes the first mistake. I don't see Yoel making too many mistakes in his fights, so I'm gonna have to go with him.
And also another fight that was announced end of this month, UFC 214. Another former opponent of yours, Tyron Woodley, fighting Demian Maia. How do you see that one going?
It could go one of two ways. You know, if Damian's able to get the fight to the ground, then it's his fight. He takes it all day. But the problem is, if he can take Tyron Woodley to the ground, Demian Maia hasn't faced any Division I wrestlers, any Division I All-Americans like Tyron Woodley, and he's been able to be successful, take people down, grab their backs, and choke them. The problem with Tyron Woodley is he's a very good wrestler. He's not going to be able to take him down as easy. And, you know, if I was Tyron, I'd defend the takedowns like I know he can and beat him up standing. So I feel like Tyron has the advantage on this one, although I really am pulling for Demian Maia. I hope he gets the win. But I think Tyron might be able to defend those takedowns and maybe beat him up standing.
And you say you do want Demian Maia. Is there still kind of that bad blood between you and Woodley?
I don't know about bad blood, but he makes these little remarks on Twitter every now and then, which I don't like. So, you know, there's something there, definitely there.
And he may also make it again after this. Or
I don't know. Absolutely. I mean, after this fight, maybe he'll go down and fight him. We'll see.
Yeah. And lastly, you mentioned earlier, you know, you fight in two weight classes. You've done it successfully, welterweight and middleweight. I just have to ask you because, I mean, this fighter recently fought former champion Johny Hendricks, except he hasn't done it quite as successfully as you have. Did you watch his last fight?
I did not watch his last fight, but I read about it, and I read about what's happening with him, and, you know, he missed weight at middleweight. And didn't do good in the fight. You know, I have no idea what's going on in Johny Hendricks' personal life, but whatever's going on, he needs to get it together and make it happen. You know, or he's just not giving a damn anymore. You know, I saw him smiling at the weigh-ins when he missed weight, and he probably doesn't even care anymore. You know.
Yeah, and because it's like, I mean, you know how it is, 170 to 185, a 15-pound difference, and to even gain even more than that, right? Right.
I mean, to be able to, I mean, I'm lighter now than when I was fighting at welterweight. So, I mean, it's just crazy to me how you go up in weight, 15 pounds in weight, and then you still miss the weight. I don't know what's going on with Hendricks.
But we all know what's going on with you. July 22nd against Chris Weidman. It's always great to catch up with you, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. July 22nd, don't miss it. Long Island, New York. I'm going to be fighting Chris Weidman, and who knows after that. Just watch till I get handed the mic.